Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Vamos a Español. If you're starting to learn Spanish, the first thing you need to know is the pronunciation. And without it, even the right words can sound awfully wrong. Now, many have asked, how do I build my pronunciation? And the only answer they often get is work on the vowel sounds. So while the vowel sounds are definitely important and can boost your Spanish pronunciation, there's much more to it, like how to roll the R's, how to pronounce the double L sound, and other key pronunciation patterns also play a big role. And that is exactly what we're going to talk about in this particular video. So, ¿están listos? Pues vamos! The key to perfecting your Spanish pronunciation is to focus on the 5 vowels, which is the A, E, I, O, U, similar to English, right? But they have different pronunciations. Now the A sound is pronounced A, as in casa, mapa, manta, and the E sound is pronounced E, as in leche, mesa. The I sound is pronounced I in words like isla, libro, and the O sound is pronounced O in words like oso, foto, and the U sound is pronounced U, like moon, and we have them in words like uva, luna. Spanish has common letter combinations that are key to pronunciation, and 2 of the most common are the double L sound and the double R sound. Now the double L sound in most Spanish-speaking countries is pronounced like a Y, like in the English yes. Now you might also hear it as a J sound, and in some part of Southern Cone, Argentina y Uruguay, you might hear it as a SH sound. But for the sake of this video, we would be pronouncing it like a Y sound, okay? For example, we have llama, lluvia, caballo, pollo. The double R sound is a strong rolled R sound that can be challenging for English speakers or people that don't have the double R sound in their phonetics. For example, perro, tierra, carro, arriba. But be careful with this, because in Spanish we also have words like perro, and we have pero, and we have carro, and we have caro. Other letter combinations we have are the QUE and the QUI. Now for the QUE, it is pronounced like the English que, and the QUI is pronounced as key, like keychain, key. The pronunciation of the single R sound depends on its position in the word. Now, if the R appears at the beginning of the word or at the ending of the word, then it is pronounced with emphasis, almost like the double R sound. For example, rápido, río, calor, motor. Certain consonants in Spanish have specific pronunciation rules that change depending on context. And here we have 5 important consonant sounds to remember. The C sound before an E or an I is pronounced as an S in words like cielo, cena. But if the C is before an A, O, or a U, then it's just pronounced like a K sound. The G before an E or an I is pronounced as a H in words like gente, girasol. But if the G is before vowel sounds like A o U, then it's just like a regular G. The J sound in Spanish is pronounced as a strong H in words like jefe, rojo. The H sound in Spanish is completely silent, and we have words like hora, humano, hola. The Z sound is pronounced as an S in most Spanish-speaking countries, and we have them in words like zapato, luz. An accent mark indicates which syllable is stressed in a word. It also helps to differentiate words with similar spelling. For example, corazón Now you see that little accent over the son. That tells us that we're supposed to stress son in corazón. Other examples are café, útil, papá. Now when it comes to this, we have another word similar to this, which is papa. But papa means potato and papá means dad. So be careful so you don't call your dad a potato. The tilde is that letter N in Spanish that sounds like the NI in the English onion. So this word is not pronounced nino, but niño. Other examples are caña, año, señor, piñata. Syllables play a crucial role in mastering Spanish pronunciation. Now, in two-syllable words, the emphasis is usually on the first, unless there's an accent mark. And in words with more than two syllables without an accent mark, the stress is on the second to the last syllable. Now, for example of words with two syllables, we have mesa, casa, gato. Examples of words with more than two syllables is elefante, elefante, computadora, mariposa. But note that if the word ends with a D, then the emphasis is always on the last syllable in words like universidad, verdad. Now don't worry if all this just seems like an overwhelming bunch of fries, but you can also watch the video times without number to get used to it. I also have a PDF file on the Spanish pronunciations, which I like to call the SBB, the Spanish Building Blocks. I'll leave a link in the description so you can get access to it. Dale chicos, hasta acá el video de hoy. Espero que les haya gustado el video. Si es un sí, por favor denle like, suscríbanse y activen la campanita para que puedan ver más videos educativos así como este. Yo soy Chilaka de Vamos Español y nos vemos en el siguiente video. Chao, chao.